Well, our son Guy Anthony Williams Jr. Became involved. They saw something in him. Unfortunately, he did not get accepted initially into the program here, so they felt enough about his character and the kind of person that he is to invite him into the prep school. So he wanted to make sure that he got into the academy. They had a 99% chance of getting him into the academy, and so he decided to go to a military school, which is Valley Forge.
Will was in high school playing basketball, and Coach Lang at the time came to see him play and told him he might make a good candidate for the academy. And although he had good grades, he may need to bulk up on some things. So he recommended that we get in contact with the foundation, Ed Wallace at the foundation, and that was the beginning of a great career.
Our daughter Catherine, she applied to the academy and she didn't get accepted, but we found out through Captain Ed Wallace that there was a foundation program. Myself, I'm an academy grad, class of 1981, and I didn't even know about the foundation program. And he offered a foundation position, and she accepted, and here she is graduating 4 years later, or 5 years later after her 1 year at the foundation school.
Our son, Kurt Kishjewski, was a rower in Buffalo Canisius High School, and he was being recruited by a number of schools, and he really wanted to go to the Naval Academy. He's going to be a Marine, and he's wanted to do that since he was about 8. We applied, and he was deferred, and we got a letter. They said, would you be interested in going to a 5th year through the Naval Alumni Association? After reading it, he said, I'm in.
I think it was beneficial for Catherine to attend prep school for the Naval Academy through the foundation, because it gave her the opportunity to sort of get a very solid foundation and make sure that coming into the Naval Academy, she was well prepared to be here for 4 years.
It gave him additional study skills, additional discipline, and exposure to people with high expectations.
And I'd like to add that we had some hesitancy about having to have a year before going to college, but we knew that he had made the right choice, and the foundation was an answer to an opportunity for him that was just incomparable. Because during his pre-year, he mentioned that had he not had that experience at Hun, he knows that he wouldn't have been as prepared.
Also, the opportunity for him to mend with other like folks from all over. He went to a school that was diverse anyway, but it gives him more opportunity to be diverse and understand what it takes to be an officer.
That extra year, living away from home in a structured environment where he had to be focused on getting his academics up. You know, we talked about time management, a number of things, but he really had to live at home or live away from home, grow up and get better prepared. And we have no doubt that when he got here, he was ready.
By the time he got here for plebe year, it was, difficult because all of what they sent him through, but it was really nothing for him because he had been well prepared.
He has been successful here. He's enjoyed most of his experiences. Playing on the basketball team was an additional plus. But he learned teamwork, he made lifelong friends, he got a great education, and he's launching off to the future.
If they have the opportunity to get a foundation scholarship, I would say take it.
Seize the opportunity. I do understand that for some it may seem like a step back, 13th grade, but it is truly a prep year.
I mean, anything that you can do to kind of make you sort of, I don't want to say have an easier time here, but make sure that you can reach and obtain all those goals that you want to in graduating and going whatever your service selection choice is. You know, it's the greatest benefit to be able to attend a foundation program.
In my personal opinion is every candidate should go to a foundation school. That year will never hurt. It's absolutely a very enriching time for an 18 or 19-year-old to experience, and they will absolutely be ready for this academy.
Thank you for the investment. You provided access to my son to ultimately fulfill not just his dream, and I want to reiterate, but to fulfill the dream of his granddaddy who's looking down from heaven right now.
Thank you, and we'll do the best we can to give back, trust me.
Yes, and his sponsor, we can't thank enough. Our son wrote him a second letter before his commissioning to thank them. This particular family whose son was a Navy SEAL. They lost him. He was lost in action. And as a legacy, they are donating their money for scholarships for other young men and women to be able to have that opportunity that their son did. So I can't speak enough of that.
Without the foundation, I think a lot of good soldiers, both male, female, Marine, Navy, would not be where they are if it weren't for the foundation. So I strongly encourage support of the foundation.
Every time I would see Captain Ed Wallace, I would just run and give him a big hug and say thank you. That was the start of our exposure and experience to the Navy family and a support network. So it didn't just start and stop that prep year. It continued throughout the entire 4 years here. And it's just been an extra source of support that we have been so grateful for.